hopefully make you really pleased with your performance and maybe some new ideas I have. So let's have our first performer coming up. Emily, right? Okay, so what we'll do, Anna, if you can help me with the bench or something, because we'll all come here. I want to start with what I love. How does that sound? Is that a good way to start, Emily? She's got a big smile. Give her a big smile. Yay! She's going to say something good. Well, first of all, absolutely love your tempo. I am so tired of people thinking this is a virtuoso, composition. Let's rip through that 8 notes and show everybody how fabulous my fingers are. Your fingers are fabulous, okay? We saw that. I also loved a lot of her pedaling, and I also felt she was wonderfully in control. I'm curious, anything else out there somebody wants to comment on that was great? Come on, speak up, people. You can make me do all the work? You know I was going to say that. But you know the trouble, if you say that first, everybody thinks you didn't like the performance. Like if I say, love your dress. Now she's going to rip the kid apart. No, the dress is great and it's perfect for the piece, and that is so important. Now, what I want to discuss with you is a few things. I wrote down notes, and I'm happy to look at you later. How many waltzes is this really? How many pieces did you play? You played 1. Well, in my opinion, you played 3 waltzes. Chopin, honestly, tended to combine 3 waltzes into 1. I always say he was not as good a businessman as Schubert. Schubert would write 3 waltzes, waltz number 1, waltz number 2, waltz number 3. He got paid for 3 waltzes. Chopin writes 1 waltz and puts 3 waltzes in 1. But we'll discuss that later. So what I want to see is more difference of character in each of the 3 waltzes. You know what I mean now that there are 3 waltzes. And then within each waltz, I want to see much more character. But the biggest thing I'm going to work on with her are the transitions. How do we go from one of the waltzes to the next? There are places I want you to take a little more time and we've got a little more artistic gestures. Now, one thing we're going to notice, I'm guessing most of you realize I had a stroke, or you know. So that I'm going to do all my demonstrating with the right hand only, which is not so easy, but it might confuse you when I start playing your left hand with my right hand. But you don't have to do it, don't worry. Okay, now, how would it move over just a little bit there, if we can do this? Okay, actually, I'm going to try, you're going to play left hand for a second, and can we have your music up here? Oh, you put it over there. Okay. The first thing I want to work on is what I consider the contrast just in the A theme. Okay? Sit down for 1 second. I'm going to do it. Move over here. Or actually, you know what? I'm going to let you do it for a second. I thought measures 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 were exactly too similar. I want to hear more difference. So what I'd like you to think of is to the opening, I want more arm wave. More, and a richer sound, and then much lighter. There. So let's give that a try. So one thing I say to my students, sometimes think fat fingers in the beginning. And more weight. Now I don't want to hiccup. I just want da-da. Keep that coming down. And now skinny fingers. The sound changes. Now we have the left hand. Big arm. Now light. Okay, let's try something else. Let's make it into more of a story. Like, I want you to think, why me? I want you to motivate. Oi, they. And then, I want to dance. I want to dance. And keep coming down to the first measure. Are we right? Ready? Oi. Can I hear everybody say big oi, they, please? Let's go. Big sound. Oi, they. Now, I want to dance. Oh, I want to dance. I want to dance. Oi, they. I want to dance. I want to dance. Jen, do you hear the difference in the contrast? This is one of those moments. Okay, let's continue on to the next one. Straight. And going more to that note. Okay, now, this is one of those moments. I need to show you an artistic gesture with your left ear. Move out of the way for a second. Chopin wrote some rest there. Instead of just picking up your hand and going quickly to the next note, I want to see something. Pick up your hand. the rest, and you'll look fabulous. Ready? Up, and I want you to look right here where the rest are, in the third line. Right here. Don't be scared. There we go. All right, now you play the right hand, and I will help you left hand. Okay, we have to go back into it a little bit. You see the circular motion. Doesn't that feel fabulous? When I pick up your arm, you'll love this. One day I was practicing. This is where I was playing with both arms, and my daughter comes down and starts picking up my arm, moving me like this, and she said, I said, why are you doing that? She says, I want you to know what it feels like. So I do understand. So okay, let's turn the page. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is this B thing. And your fingers were so clean. Wasn't it great? Yeah. You didn't miss a note. Your balance was perfect. Bravo. But I want to show you something that I think will make you play it even easier. Put your right hand up for a second. And let me hear you play the B thing. Okay, let's try something here. Get behind me. Just come right behind me. I'm seeing her playing beautifully with her fingers like this, right? Put your arm on my elbow, underneath. I want to see you make more of a circular motion. Can you all see what her arm is doing? She's doing exactly what I'm doing. How does that feel? A little different? Okay, get behind me once again. Okay, so here we go. Put your hand on mine, and I'm going to show you. Just tell me, Ellen, what happens if I decide to do this faster? Does the circle get faster or smaller? What's that? Smaller. Okay, so I just want to see her try that circle. Just do it slowly one time. And you know what? That was gorgeous. I hear the theme starting on the G sharp, on the lower G sharp. Give me the pickup. Bum, bum. Does that look different? Can you see it now? And the left hand. And what I want to try with this theme, I don't want you to always play at the same dynamic level. How about the first time? Let's play it. And use that arm. Go. Now we're going to play beautiful, fabulous. Keep going. No retard. Keep that arm going. Beautiful. Now I'm going to teach you one of my favorite tricks. Write this down. Oh, I love this. You all took out your pencil. So important. This is what I refer to as the McDonald's golden arch. That is so important for transition. Can you people see this? Oh, I hope you can. Go back up there. I want her to take time between this section and the next. And I can tell, let's do it the first time. I'll say, take time. Be slower coming in to see. Go on, just wait. Go on. Okay. Nothing happened during the silence. Now, put your hand out as if you meant it. Put the left hand out. Watch what we're going to do. I want you to take time. This hand's going to go here. Don't move that left hand. Did I give you permission to move it? Go back. Let's go. Once again. Do the end. Oh, you're here? I want this hand to go this way, and then the left hand is going to make the other part of the arch. We'll go to there. And watch what will happen in time. Do the ending there for a second. Very slowly. Take your time. Wait. Play this one, then the other one up. Da, da. Let's all try it together and you'll see. If she does this right and we really time it beautifully, everybody's going to do it with you. Because do you feel funny doing this in front of all these people? Okay, turn around everybody and make her feel better. the B thing, ya-da-da-da-da-da, up here, right hand. Come down with the right hand. Fabulous. Oh, Harry, this is a great picture you're missing. The whole audience is doing something. He's so mesmerized by me. You're missing a great moment. Oh, my God. This is embarrassing. I have to tell the photographer the great moment. You just infatuated me. I understand. All right. Once again, golden arches. Play the end of the walls. You play it for them to help them. Right hand comes down. Left hand goes up. Da, da. Once again, beautiful. Now, they're all going to do it so you don't feel so silly. Ready? How am I doing on my timing, Ann? 2 minutes. Oh, fabulous. Okay. Ready? And wait. The F and then the A. Not high enough. Your arch is crooked. Once again. Yeah, the F and the arch. Not a fan. Okay, I'll tell you why, because you did a beautiful arch. The whole point of the gesture is if you do it right, you'll get the tone and the timing right. So do it once again. I think you've got the right hand. I'll do it with the left hand. This really works. Was that beautiful or am I imagining it? Now play this middle section. And I want to hear this sing more. What do you think is the mood of this middle section? Sweet. I think that, and soft. I hear it as kind of loving, too. I love, do you have a boyfriend? Sorry, how old are you? 11, not an appropriate question. Okay, try one. Sweet. Wait, make it loving. Beautiful. A little more arm. And we'll give it 3. Da, da. Now a little more. Da. Oh, look when we use the arm. Da, 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 da. And even more. 3rd time. Da, da, da. Everybody sing along. You know the tune. Da, da, da. Now we take a little time. Breathe. And singing, expressive, lift, drop. Now more, and use your good arm, so it's beautiful. Now take your time, and I want you to just ease back into the beat thing. Don't rush them, just ease, not up to tempo. Well, okay, do that again. Da, da, da. And big crescendo at the top. Okay, bravo. Now, what I would try and have her do is each time that B theme comes back, one time we may play loud, one time soft, one time we'll make a retard, one time we won't. There's almost a chaturanga, so that each one is a little bit different. And my favorite thing I'm going to have you do in the very last statement, move over for a second here. Any of you come to the Alfred Showcase? Come on. Some of you had to be there where Phyllis Laird did a gorgeous demonstration of the last time when we played the theme, that what we happen to have in our book. Oh, come on, I waited 20 minutes before I held up my first book. That's a long time for me. Classics for Developing Pianists. By the way, this is your parting gift. But what I wanted to show, it happens to be in there. But the last time that this theme comes in, what we have marked in is the voice of the nursery. And many artists do that at the end, just as a way of doing something with variety. Any questions on anything we've done from the audience? Am I that clear or that confused? Yes.
On the A section, would you address the pedaling? I think you said you liked what she was doing.
Right, okay. Here's the problem, and Peter Mack talked about that also. We all know you need to ignore all of Chopin's pedal markings, or most of them. They're wrong. They worked on his piano. He didn't mean to pick up. So what you did was exactly perfect for what he wrote. You play the left hand for me, do you mind? Right here. Okay, what I want, let's try once, is to keep down long pedal, and now I'm doing much lighter in a different bass. Okay, so totally changing. What Chopin has is long pedals. She did exactly what the book said. The Dover edition, the Bible. Ignore. But if you don't like mine, that's why they have white out. Okay? We will forgive you. Do you have any questions? You feel good? Take another bow. It was fabulous. My hope is that what you saw so far was minor physical changes, but unless I'm imagining things, I think some good stuff happens here. Yes. Okay. Can this side see much of that or no? You can all quickly go to the other side if you want. Any rate, next up we have Debussy. Am I right? Chihoro. Is that your correct name?